Hi, my name is Mary, and I am going to be talking about some learning centers for the book The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. My first center that I will discuss is geared for my higher level students, and it is aimed to meet the goal LAFS 1 W11, which is write an opinion piece in which the student introduces the topic or names the book that they are writing about. They state an opinion, supply a reason for the opinion, and provide some sense of closure. So because I have read that in the article Critical Thinking and Learning Centers, there are 12 elements that are used by disciplined thinkers, and my goal was to incorporate some of them into this activity. I designed the activity so that the students would need to think about the reasons for their opinion on the book, and then provide evidence for their thinking, because evidence finding and is one of the elements. Though my students will be young, I believe that challenging them to think about their thinking begins to form those thought processes that are necessary to become critical thinkers. So my students will begin by using a tree map to organize their thinking. They'll state their opinion at the top, and then the next sections will be 2 reasons for their opinion. The third section will be evidence from the book. So what in the book made them form that opinion? And then a conclusion. Once they have created their tree map, in order to meet the standard, which is to be able to write about this, they are going to write a book review, and I've created what looks like a little newspaper article. They'll have room up here for a heading, a title of their review. They'll have room for an illustration, and then there's also a little room for them to write about themselves at the bottom. Once my students are finished with this, they will put all of their work into a box in the center, and everything that they need to do is listed in the direction sheet that will be included in each center. I have made the direction sheet so that it very obviously goes with the kissing hand, because it has little Chester raccoon at the top, and then the directions are written out very clear and simple. When I am grading this, I will have the rubric, and I will be looking to grade them on their tree map, their book review, their spelling, and their conventions. Seeing as this is my highest group, I'm expecting them to know that they need to have capital letters and periods for sentences. I'm expecting them to spell sight words that they should already know. So in order to get the rating of excellent, they would need to receive 5 points on tree map, book review, spelling, and conventions. Satisfactory would give them 3 points for that section. And then keep trying. I labeled it keep trying because I don't want to discourage my students. And under each one of these I've given a description of what it means. So excellent says you followed all the directions and paid attention to detail. I can see that you know what you are doing. Satisfactory says read the directions a little more carefully next time, but I can see you are on the right track. And keep trying says it is okay to ask me or your classmates for help when you are unsure. We will keep working on this. So my rationale behind this center was that I love, in the very beginning of the video, Pat Wolf's Brain Research and Thinking Maps, where Chris Yeager says that thinking maps provide a visual representation of a thinking pattern. I think so many students really do need to learn how to organize the information that comes in. And you can't organize it all in a scattered way. You must have a pattern in order to allow your brain to organize the information, because once it's organized, then your brain can really internalize what it is you're learning. And so that was really my biggest thought when I was creating these, was how can I give my students a way to organize the information, and then I wanted them to take that organized information and turn it into a product. So that was what I was doing there. I already mentioned that I designed this center to meet some of the elements that critical thinkers need, such as being able to think about their reasons and then provide evidence for those reasons. And they are also, which is very important, is they're learning how to organize their thinking so that they can present their ideas to someone else, which I read about in Thinking Maps, Strategy-Based Learning for English Language Learners and Others by Stephanie Holzman. One of the strengths of the tree maps is that now my students have been able to organize what their opinion is, why they formed that opinion, what in the book gave them that reason for forming their opinion, and then they've concluded their ideas. So now they've gotten their thoughts all in order, and they can share them with someone else. Now they can take those ideas that they've had and they can put them on paper and they can explain it to the next person. And while I know my students will be young, I think it's never too early to begin teaching them that in order to be able to be expressive, you must be able to understand what you're expressing. Thank you.